MMA Boxing Talk here. I have some great news to announce. About maybe 30 minutes ago, an hour ago, they made it official. Tyron Woodley will be defending his title against Stephen Wonderboy Thompson. It's the fight that the fans wanted to see. It's the fight that makes sense. And it's going to be at Madison Square Garden, UFC 205. This is huge. Huge. I don't even know where to start. I'm not going to go into it too much. But we all know Wonderboy Thompson deserves this title shot more than anyone else. I don't care if you think Damian Maia deserves the title shot. He doesn't deserve the title shot more than Stephen Wonderboy Thompson. Wonderboy Thompson's on a 7-fight win streak. Maia's on a 6-fight win streak. But in my opinion, and many others agree with me on this, Wonderboy Thompson has a more impressive record, especially going back to his last 2 wins. When he beat Johnny Hendricks was still ranked super high, still seen as very, very elite. And Wonderboy just went out there and stopped them. Robbie Lawler couldn't even do that in 10 rounds against Johnny Hendricks. Wonderboy stopped Johnny Hendricks. Crazy fight. And then he dispatches of, he dispatches of Roy McDonald, Wonderboy did, in a technical chess match. Very, very taxing on the brain. You got to stay sharp like that for 5 rounds, and he did it. He won that. He won 4 out of the 5 rounds. You could argue he won all of the rounds. So Wonderboy deserves this fight. Definitely over Maia. But Maia should just wait it out and get the next title shot, because he will. If he waits it out, and it's just in 2 months, so obviously he's going to wait. That's perfect. I'm so glad the UFC put their foot down against Tyron Woodley. I knew he wouldn't get his way. For one thing, Nick Diaz or GSP, not really that interested in fighting him. GSP brought his name up, but Tyron Woodley doesn't have a huge fan base. Not too many people like him. I like his fighting style. Not a huge fan of his, of his personality, in the sense that, he's ducked fighters. He was trying to duck Wonderboy and fight other fighters. And he ducked Hector Lombard 2 years ago. Pretty obvious, blatant. I won't get into Woodley, but Woodley has to fight Wonderboy now. It's 2 months away. This is perfect timing for both guys, because Woodley, had a one punch knockout against Robbie Lawler in the first round. He didn't take any damage in that fight. And Wonderboy Thompson, he fought back in June. It was June 18th. I actually was there live in Ottawa. Great fight. That was a great card. Cerrone looked great on that card. He's also fighting on the same card as Woodley Wonderboy. But Wonderboy, he's had some months off. And this is a guy that stays in the gym. He's training. He's ready. It's going to be a very tough fight for Tyron Woodley. I mean, anyone that really knows both fighters knows this is a very tough fight for Tyron Woodley. And I don't expect too many people to be picking Tyron Woodley. You never know. You never know what can happen. But don't kid yourself here. Tyron Woodley, if he can't knock Wonderboy out, there's no way he wins a 5-round decision against Wonderboy. There's no way he can continuously take him down, and wrestle him and outgrind him for 25 minutes. We've never seen Woodley do that. His style, the amount of muscle he carries, it's very taxing on the stamina, and it's going to be very tough for him to go 5 rounds in a grinding manner. He's going to have to look for an early knockout. He really is going to have to, because Wonderboy has better cardio, better movement, better striking, maybe not as powerful striking, but if you ever take one of his kicks to the head, I'm sure he's got power. But so it's really tough. It's a tough matchup for Tyron Woodley, and that's exactly why he's been pussyfooting around this fight, and he tried to duck Wonderboy, but the UFC acknowledges Woodley doesn't have the star power to be choosing fights. He didn't even defend his title once. He didn't really deserve that title shot. Let's be honest here. When he got it, everyone was like, "What the fuck?" At that point, I would have given it to Wonderboy over Woodley, because when they announced that Woodley was gonna fight Lawler, Wonderboy had just dispatched of Johnny Hendricks. And now I know Johnny Hendricks pulled out of that Woodley fight, so it's not his fault. But so okay, Hendricks pulls out of that fight, and Woodley goes, "No, I'm gonna sit on the couch until I get my title shot." Come on, look at his resume. Look at the activity of Tyron Woodley leading up to this title fight. I mean, it's not that impressive. It's just not. And he's fighting the best striker the UFC's ever seen. So it's gonna be very difficult for him. But I just want to put out a video talking about this. I'm so happy for this fight. Wonderboy will be the champion. You wait and see on November 12th, UFC 205. Now, unless they get a big title fight to add, that's going to be the main event, which is so sweet. It'll give Wonderboy all the exposure he needs, because this isn't a guy who's going to be a trash talker, even though he started to really talk some shit against Tyron Woodley, and for good reason. Wonderboy doesn't even talk shit, and he was talking shit about Woodley, saying that, what do you think he is, Conor McGregor? He's not on that level. He can't be just picking and choosing. And he went into it more, but that's not his style, and he was doing it because it's the truth, But this big stage, hopefully they make him the main event. I can't see why not, unless they get another big title fight to add on to that. But that's good exposure for Wonderboy, because he's got the potential to be a huge star. Just his fighting style is going to be very, very appealing to the casuals. Very appealing. So this is huge. Very, very happy. Signed, sealed, and delivered. Let's go. November 12th. I cannot wait. Team Wonderboy for life. I don't care what anyone says. It is what it is. That's it for this one. If you like the video, subscribe. Peace.